Oh, chocolate muffins.
Oh,
Are they?
Yeah.
ARCH, it stands for Assisted Reading for Children. We recruit and train volunteers who go into primary schools helping children who maybe are struggling a little bit with reading, and we encourage children to love books and to enjoy reading. And once you can develop that in a child and instill that in a child, that love of reading, it will come out throughout the whole of their life.
Let's go into space right now, Wilbur.
you want to do the meow? Very good meowing.
Meow, meow. But how will we get there? Wondered Winnie. We need a rocket. My favourite books are the Winnie the Witch books. Judy brings a lot.
Oh, it's really nice when you get a real change like I do with Leon.
It's been changing a lot since I first started.
At the beginning, it was very hard and he thought he couldn't read, but actually he was pretty good at working it out even then. But now he's finding it a lot easier and he whizzes through it, as you can see.
We need a rocket, and I don't have a rocket.
We find that young children are very adept at using the computers, at using little phones, and they can play games. But what they do struggle with often is turning the page, reading a story, you know, sort of the right way around. Sometimes they come along and they swipe a book. So we find that, you know, technology is fantastic. They've all got to learn it and they will all learn it. But what's often missing is that first step before technology, which is the reading and the books.
From Barney.
Barney reached the right house opposite the park, but there was no sign of the one-eyed cat. There was nothing in the window except an empty vase.
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 That's it.
I like mystery stories and adventure stories. My favourite book is To Be a Cat because I love cats.
I find out what their interests are. What are their favourite subjects? What's their favourite food? I mean, if somebody's got a dog that they absolutely love, I can usually find a book with a dog in it that they will relate to. And I think that's what it's all about, really. I haven't yet, in 8 years, I haven't come across a child that I can't find a book for. I think it's really about finding the right book for the right child.
Our volunteers come with that real passion for books and they know the importance of it. We supply the resources, perhaps things that children haven't come across before, comics, joke books, quiz books, things like that, that hopefully will make them fun and interesting.
We would probably be reading for 20 minutes and playing games for 10 minutes.
I like doing like word search, or we do top trumps. 51.
51. That's the best category for that one.
Our volunteers are trained to try and bring out the best in a child, and it builds their confidence.
So when I started reading, I was very nervous, a bit frightened, but now I feel very calm, relaxed and feeling good.
When I started, I was shy and I didn't like reading that much. But then when I break down words, it makes it easier. I got confident. I got better and better, and then I like reading at home with my mum.
10 over in Missy.
I think an ARCH volunteer is a trusted adult who's going to come in, they're going to have fun with them twice a week, and they're going to have that half hour really enjoying it, and they're always going to be there. And some of these children have got people, adults in their life who come and go, and there's no consistencies. So it is important to have someone they really trust will be there for them. And the child will open up more when there's not a whole load of other people. They'll pick up things quicker as well.
What we get with ARCH is we know the volunteers are really skilled, they're really experienced, they've all been trained, so we don't have to train them ourselves. We found they build up really lovely relationships with our children. I would say it's transformative. That's the word I use when I talk about our reading volunteer. He transforms children's lives.
So good to see you, and can't believe how tall you are. But I can't believe how long it's been since we went into... I'm going to show you the room that we used to read in.
Oh, brilliant. I think we read Casper, Prince of Cats in there.
We did.
By Michael Morpurgo.
Yeah. So Fred, this is where it all happened. This is where the magic began.
All the other kids were reading sort of Harry Potter and all these big books, and I was still on Biff and Chip. And my confidence was at an all-time low. I was worried that I would never catch up and that I would never achieve anything. If I couldn't read, I mean, what could I do?
You were quite an anxious fellow, weren't you? Yeah. When you were 9 or 10, we were really worried about him. The schools are under huge pressure and they're stretched, and you always feel quite guilty asking for something extra on top. So that this was just there and provided was a godsend, because reading wasn't a chore and a reason to feel bad about himself. It was fun and exciting, and he loved the stories, and I would say
a world I could escape into, I think, and made me more curious and excited to learn.
I'd never met a child as young as him called Fred, so I was never going to forget his name. We had such great sessions. Fred would actually take on characters in the book, and he would have a go at doing the voices, and I love that.
8-year-old Fred would be blown away that I'm using my reading for reading lines, for reading speeches, for debating. I think he would have never believed that I would be where I am today.
if I think about that boy and then think about him now, I mean, it's transformation, and it's all confidence. It really is. It's all, you can do anything with confidence.
He just opens up this world of reading and of books that impacts on all their work and all their subjects. We know that it opens up access to success in later life. They can flourish in jobs. It's also about giving them a love of reading and a motivation to read, and Archer's been fantastic for that.
Oh, I.
Yeah, excellent. I think that's a record time.